Hi, I'm Andrew Penkethman, Managing Director and CEO of ASX-listed Ardea Resources with the ticker code ARL. Today I'm here with recently appointed Executive Director Michael Rodriguez. Welcome to the Ardea team, Michael.
Thank you, Andrew, and it's a pleasure to be here.
So I'd just like to provide some background on Michael for our stakeholders, and we'll provide an update on our in-progress Kalgoorlie Nickel Project Goongarrie Hub definitive feasibility study. So over to you, please, Michael, if you could please provide us some background on your resources sector experience and specific areas of expertise and where you're assisting us in delivering the optimal definitive feasibility study.
Thank you, Andrew. My background is I'm a metallurgical engineer, and I've been in the industry now for over 30 years. In fact, it's probably over 35 years now. And I've had exposure to a broad number of commodities across gold, copper, uranium, nickel and cobalt. I've done a little bit of rare earths. So I've had exposure to a number of commodities, and I've had various roles within the market on a technical side, but also on a operational side. Technical side, I've had a small to large number of direct reports where I've done various studies, and I've supported the operations at a technical level, including technical manager, project manager, across a number of those commodities. And then in the operational role, I've had general manager, site manager, where I've had accountability for hundreds of staff and contractors and looking after managing their health and safety on the mine site in remote locations across Western Australia and also into Brazil and North America, and some exposure to Africa and also in the Middle East. So that's my background. So the wealth of that experience that allows me to contribute to progressing the project in Kalgoorlie is focused on the nickel and cobalt industry, plus my experience with the project development side of it, taking a project from early development through the engineering, the test work, the project financing, and then the execution of that project through construction, commissioning, and then commercial production. So I've had, in particular with a large hydrometallurgical plant that was based in remote Western Australia, it produced nickel, refined nickel and refined cobalt. So it's a slightly different project to the Ardea project. It's a dry laterite in remote Western Australia, based in Kalgoorlie, the Goongarrie hub. Our project is delivering mixed sulphide product. The experience that I've had in delivering that project, it puts us in a strong position where I can utilise the skills and expertise to contribute to the successful delivery of the project. The Goongarrie hub, or the Kalgoorlie Nickel Project, I have a long history and have been keeping a watching brief on it. When it comes to laterites in Australia and indeed across the globe, the Goongarrie hub is a standout. It's a large, undeveloped laterite in an ideal location. When I say that, it's not in a remote tropical island or in a seismic high rainfall area. In fact, it's just out of Kalgoorlie, where there's a significant infrastructure that's been sunk. There's access to power, there's access to skilled labour. So the risks of delivering the project are very different compared to a remote build in other parts of the globe. And of course, Australia is considered a low sovereign risk country to execute a project of this nature.
And I think to deliver the optimal project, that's why we've got people with the calibre of Michael's experience, but similarly we've got the best possible project study and development partners in Sumitomo Metal Mining and Mitsubishi Corporation. And we've mentioned previously in other Ardea updates the nickel laterite expertise from Sumitomo Metal Mining in particular with their two current laterite operations in the Philippines. And if you can develop a project in a tropical, remote environment like the Philippines, just up the road from the city of Kalgoorlie Boulder, and all the infrastructure that Michael mentioned, and direct road and rail links to deep sea ports, we're incredibly well placed to deliver this project. Just back to you quickly, please, Michael, if you could provide some early insights into the in-progress definitive feasibility study.
So, having joined recently, what I can see is there's a quality team that have been employed, and they're busy working with our key stakeholders and our engineering contractors to deliver the project. They're a team that are working collaboratively. The project remains on schedule and on budget, which is important when you're delivering a project of this magnitude.
So, taking into account all of those factors, Ardea, our wholly owned subsidiary, Kalgoorlie Nickel Proprietary Limited, who is completing the definitive feasibility study, our partners in Sumitomo Metal Mining and Mitsubishi Corporation, who are progressively earning a 50% interest in KNPL, we add all of those factors together, and we were perfectly placed to deliver the best possible definitive feasibility study, in my opinion, in the best resources sector operating jurisdiction in the world. And we encourage all of our stakeholders to stay in touch and follow the journey as we look to develop Australia's next large-scale, low-cost, long-life nickel-cobalt operation.